If you don't agree with anything that I have to say or anything that we have to say, that's fine. I can respect that, right? But what I can't accept is that there is nothing we can do to keep our kids safe in our schools and communities, right? There was a difference between disagreement and hatred. And I don't know what Bible Marjorie Taylor Greene grew up reading, but the Jesus that I know didn't just send his thoughts and prayers, he also flipped tables. To finish this story, prior to Marjorie Taylor Greene, we were protested in Dallas, Texas by a group of armed counter-protesters wielding AR-15s that were honestly about the same size as some of the students that we were having these town halls with. Groups of people that were in their 40s and 50s screaming at us, saying that I and my classmates are crisis actors paid off by some 3-letter agency. And you know what we actually did when we were 18 years old, when I was 18 years old? I went out and spoke to them. And I said, why are you here right now? And they're like, well, we're protesting that communist David Hogg. I was like, well, that communist is here right now. What do you want to say to me? He's like, what? I don't know why, but they were kind of shocked, I guess, because they didn't expect us to actually exist or whatever. So we went out and spoke to him. I said, why are you trying to take all my guns away? And I said, sir, haven't heard that one before. I said, look, do you think a 19-year-old like the shooter at my high school should be able to buy and continue to own the gun that you're holding right now, the same type that was used at my high school, if he threatens to shoot up your local high school multiple times? No, of course not. I don't think he should be able to own that. That's ridiculous. Well, guess what? Right now in Texas, he can. And that's why we're here, because we're trying to stop Dallas from becoming the next Parkland. He said, well, and I said, and if somebody did threaten to shoot up a school, we would take away that AR-15 with the right to do, through a court order, with a right to due process and counsel. Do you agree to that? He's like, with the counsel? I was like, yeah. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. Great, then you agree with this. And from that conversation, he actually ended up crying because he realized the people that he was protesting weren't some liberal, democratic operatives that are trying to push some kind of insane political agenda. The only agenda that we have is not wanting kids to die in their schools and communities anymore. And I know from many conversations like that, I know the most divided people in our country are not the American people. The most divided people in our country are 100 senators on Capitol Hill when it comes to addressing this issue, and shame on them. Shame on them. And if they won't change our gun laws, I think it's time that we start to change who's in government. And time after time after time after time in those conversations where they actually do choose to engage, they're like, you know what, I'm sorry I said that. And I may not agree with you on everything, but I do think we must find common ground and make progress, because this truly is insane. And I've had hundreds of conversations like that. We have to put aside what these pundits and pollsters say, because ultimately what they say doesn't matter. What matters is how you vote and if you vote. And are you going to vote? Yeah? Are you going to vote for the safety of your kids? Are you going to vote for the safety of your teachers and your educators? Are you going to show up at your state capitol to help increase gun laws and get communities the resources they need and get teachers the resources they need, not just to succeed, not just to exist, but to thrive? Are you going to show up? Are you going to show up for the young people like I was when I was in 3rd grade, when I needed that support? Because every single student needs that support. Are you going to show up so that in the future, no other young person or teacher has to question whether or not they will make it through a school day? Let's go and do it. Teachers, educators, counselors, nurses, everyone, let's show up and team up together like never seen before, and let's save this country. Thank you.